So in my opinion, one of the biggest reasons why I think a lot of people are struggling in today's economy, and also with people's jobs, a lot of people, a lot of people talk about how much they hate their job and how much it's not being paid enough, or how they're not being fulfilled by their job. I think one of the biggest reasons is social media. Right, let me explain. We know, right? We understand inflation. Things are more expensive. People are struggling, living paycheck to paycheck. But I think a big reason social media is contributing to that is the fact that they compare their lifestyles, what they see in social media to their lives, right? And they feel like they don't measure up, right? And I know a lot of people can make the argument, oh no, things are expensive, inflation and stuff like that. And I don't deny that, right? We all can see how expensive things are and how difficult it's making other people live their life. But there's plenty of people that are surviving or getting by, right? And that they don't make a ton of money, and it's because obviously they're managing their money properly. And if I looked at if you looked at people that live in paycheck to paycheck, if you looked at their finances, if you asked them if they have a budget, they're more than likely they'll probably say no. And two, if you created a budget for them, you will find that they're spending more than they make. Right? And if they just made some adjustments when it comes to the expenses, they could find a way to get through. Now, they won't be able to enjoy the luxuries that come with, of life, traveling and buying nice things, but they would be able to get by, right? And I think social media is a big reason for that, okay? And in this video, I'm gonna share with you this woman. She's gonna share with her experience when it comes to social media and how it makes her feel broke, right? How it's making her feel broke. And for a lot of people, social media is making a lot of people broke, if not at the very least feel broke. So I'm gonna share with this video, hear what she has to say, and then I'll share my thoughts.
I always felt broke watching influencers until I became one, and let me tell you why. I used to watch a bunch of YouTubers and TikTokers. I feel like they had a new outfit every single day, and I was always trying to keep up with the things that they bought, and I could never keep up with them because I felt like they had so much stuff, and I was so frustrated as to why I couldn't keep up with their lifestyle. And now I know, A, someone online influencing can make a ton more money than the average person in a corporate setting, and B, a lot of these things are gifted. So sometimes companies will give credits to influencers, so you could spend $1,000 or $2,000 on our site, and we'll do this for you every single month. That's a lot of clothing. $1,000 is a ton of money in clothing that the average person can't afford. Even if you're in a well-paying job, you probably wouldn't spend $1,000 of clothing a month, and that's just on one store. If you watch your favorite influencers and feel bad, please do not compare yourself. Their situations, their income is so much different, and I try to remember that because I still feel bad when I watch some of these things and think, why can't I afford that? Or why can't I be like that? It's not you, it's them.
No, it's definitely you. You got to be accountable for your actions, right? You're the one that's choosing to engage in that, right? And for a lot of people, this is the case, right? You go on social media, you see the lifestyles that a lot of these people are living, whether it be a celebrity or one of your favorite influencers, and you look at their life and you see them always by a nice pool, a beach with nice clothes, cars, all types of materialistic things that you wish that you could have, and you find that yourself that you don't have that, so you're trying to find reasons for why you don't have that. And of course, the easy thing is to say, all right, inflation, the economy's not doing well. Like I said, yeah, of course that's contributing, but also you'll blame other things where it gets to a point where it's all right, it's my job is taking me away from living this lifestyle. They're not paying me enough, or I've been working there 40, 50 hours a week, and I don't have time to enjoy the things that I want to do. And the fact that I can't believe I'm gonna have to be working this job for 40 plus years, I can't see myself doing that. You try to come up with all the reasons for why you're not able to enjoy that life that you see on social media. Right? And it's making people broke, because all it's doing is you trying to compare yourself to that life and you trying to live up to that person's lifestyle. And guess what? You can't win. You can't beat them. You can't, there's just so much on social media where you see people just supposedly living a nice lifestyle, when in reality that's not real. Right? It's fake, right? A lot of people just post pictures and it's just not reality. And if it's a celebrity, then of course they can afford that lifestyle. But for a lot of people, they look at these things and they say, yo, I can't and it makes them feel bad, right? It makes them feel bad that they're not living that life, and they try so hard to live that life. And you see it all over social media, whether it's TikTok, Instagram, people trying to live this fake lifestyle when in reality they probably broke just like everybody else, right? And for a lot of people, they look at this stuff and there is making people broke because they're trying to live up to that lifestyle, right? And like I said, a lot of people compare themselves to these things, and you just can't do it. And even myself, I even struggle with that a little bit when it comes to content creation, right? Like YouTube, I'm looking at YouTube, I'm studying other people's YouTube page and how they work on growing their subscribers and growing their influence. And I'm like, it's like I'm comparing myself to them. I'm like, all right, wow, like how's this person like growing so fast? Like I'm doing the same thing. So what am I missing? And sometimes you gotta step back and say, look, man. You got to stop comparing that. You got to stop comparing yourself to that person. You don't know what they're doing, how they're doing it, and you're not them, right? We're not the same, right? You have to find a way to build yourself up on your speed, whatever it is. You have to find a way what makes you happy and content with what you're doing, right? You use these things for motivation, but at the same time, you don't want to get it to a point where it's causing you, stress mentally, right? And I think for a lot of people, especially when it comes to people's finances, man, a lot of people that watch. Get on social media, especially if they can't handle it mentally, they're making themselves broke doing these things, right? Following all these influencers that are living lifestyles that's just way beyond your means. Like you can't afford that, and then you look at your life and you say, these are the things that's keeping me from doing it. Whether it's your job, you're like, oh, I shouldn't be working a job. I should be enjoying life. Right, and these are luxuries. As long as you have a roof over your head, clothes on your back, food in your belly, these are the things that you need in order to live. Right, everything else is just a luxury. Right, going on vacation, cars, clothes, the nice stuff, all the nice things in this world. These are just luxuries. But people feel that the fact that they don't have these things, it's not fair. They feel like they deserve it. Right. They feel like they deserve these things, and if you have a job that's making you work 40 plus hours, then that job is the reason why you can't enjoy life, right? Instead of doing 5-day work weeks, we got to move it down to 4 days, 3 days, so I can then enjoy the life that I see here on social media. Now, if you remove social media, people wouldn't have this type of anxiety that people are feeling today to try to measure up to the people that they see on social media. Okay, and I think for a lot of people, if you're someone that's struggling with dealing with what you see on social media, then you might want to take a step back or get off of it entirely, because clearly mentally you cannot deal with it. It's causing you stress, it's causing you anxiety, and you don't need that in your life. All right, so those are my thoughts. Interested to hear your thoughts. Make sure to leave a comment down below, hit the like button and share, and if you haven't done so already, make sure to subscribe. Right, so guys, take care, have a good one. Later.